All right, guys. So I'm gonna show you guys the top areas to stay whenever you're in Santo Domingo. And the first area I'm gonna choose for you guys to stay in is gonna be Zona Colonial. Zona Colonial is like the downtown area of Santo Domingo. I like Zona Colonial because it has a lot of culture here. You can see a lot of parks, a lot of monuments, a lot of tourist attractions here. Like the culture sits in this area, and you're gonna get the most culture you ever want in Zona Colonial. It has a lot of hotels in this area. It's more of like a European style. I think it's like declared as UNESCO's, most, the best, one of the best heritage sites or areas in Barrios. So this area is really, there's a lot of history here. Quite safe. It's probably, a really safe area. Every time I was in Zona Colonial, I felt relatively safe. And yeah, it's good nightlife here. So if you're in your 20s and 30s and you still have the party bug, Zona Colonial is gonna check that box for you. And yeah, so Zona Colonial, you can find some good Airbnbs in this area. The one knock that I have on Zona Colonial is it's pretty far from everything. So I probably stayed here for a day or two because I have a Smart Fit membership. So whenever I need to go to the gym, I need to be able to get to the Smart Fit. So when it comes to gyms, I think in like cafes, I want to say there's not many within this area because, like I said, all of the culture is here. And yeah, if you want to feel like you're in Santo Domingo, you have to live here. So I recommend that area if you're not needing to go to gyms and cafes and co-working spaces. You know, I wouldn't recommend this area. But if everything else, you feel like everything else, like I said, this area is going to be a good area to stay in. Like I said, it's relatively safe. Okay, so another area you're going to want to be in is literally next door to Zona Colonial is going to be Gasquet. Gasquet area is more of like your rich areas, like the upper middle of I want to say the upper class of Dominicans live in this area. So a lot of nice houses, grid-like houses that are going along. I'll show you some videos of it. But yeah, Gasquet is a nice area. It has palaces. Still has a lot of hotels. The Sheraton's here, and it's right along the Malacon. So depending on where you live, you can be closer to the Malacon. And yeah, I'm a museum guy. So when I was living over here, I went to the Museum of Modern Arts. And caught a vibe. Went to the Parque de Independencia, which is over here on the right of Gasquet. Yeah, so if you want to live like a bourgeois guy, a bourgeoisie guy, you want to live in Gasquet. Gasquet is really nice area, residential, close enough to Zona Colonial. I still couldn't really get to the gyms because I think my gym was in Piontini, but it was a good little time, to live in here for the week that I was there for. So yeah, that was Gasquet area. And as a disclaimer, guys, Santo Domingo is relatively compared to other countries that I've been. Santo Domingo is an expensive city, so most of the areas I'm going to recommend are upper class. I want to say the most budget friendly area is going to be Zona Colonial, and even that is not budget friendly. So just keep in mind when you're in Santo Domingo, you're gonna have to fork over some money to get some good stuff. So the area that I stayed in the most was going to be was Beja Vista, and the reason why I stayed in it because it was more quiet. It was away from a lot of stuff, and I had a smart fit, which is in the downtown center. So you have two malls in this area. You have this big ass park right here, Parque Mirador, which I liked a lot. So this is the area. Like I think I stayed here for 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Very comfortable. Good Wi-Fi speeds. In Santo Domingo, I didn't get a lot of Wi-Fi speeds. That's a con that I had, but we'll talk about that later in another video. But yeah, so you had two malls. Very quiet area. Um, nice enough. It's close enough to Piontini. It's like right next to Piontini. So actually, Piontini is gonna be the next recommendation. But yeah, so Bella Vista, nice quiet residential home neighborhood. Highly recommended by Juice. And yeah, let's go to the next area, which is gonna be Piontini. Piontini is literally where I think everybody's in Piontini, especially in the Blue Mall, Santo Domingo. Uh, Acropolis, also a lot of people over there. It's some nice stores here. So I think I seen. I don't remember what stores I seen, but it was a lot of like high end fashion stores. I think I might have seen Jose Reyes. I don't know one day. There's a lot of like wealthy Dominicans coming over here that live within this area, and it's recommended. I I think I prefer Bella Vista more, but I'd come to Piontini anytime I wanted to, shop or, maybe shop. I used to go to Supermercado Bravos and just shop over there. And yeah, so Piontini is a good area too to live in. Also, Naco is a good area too. And actually, Naco, I think there was a co-working space. Another con, I just want to mention some cons. The co-working spaces in Santo Domingo are pretty bad. Just to let that out there. But this is not that video. This is a Where to Live video. And yeah, so those are my recommendations. I don't know if I have another one. Um, yeah, Naco, Piantini, Bella Vista. I think that's five. Yeah, that's five. So I don't think I have another one. Uh, maybe I can't pronounce that name. It's like Kaki Zagos or some shit. I think it's within close to Kaki. I think it's close to Bella Vista. This is a good area too. Really good area. You got the hotels, a quiet neighborhood, still close to the park. But I think I would group this with Bella Vista. But no. Okay, so this is own area. So uh this area I don't know how to pronounce it, but it was nice over here. I never lived here, but it was nice. Nice apartments. I'm sure you can find some good Airbnbs in this area. A lot of stuff to do. You have a lot of plazas, a lot of museums in Santo Domingo, which I was shocked about. And yeah, it's a good city. We'll talk about it in my guide, what I think about it. But those are the areas I would live in, and I hope that helps you guys. So this is a video of where to live in Santo Domingo. Just juice is loose. I'll catch you guys in the next video.